Hey everyone, today I'm going to walk you through a Python program that simulates a vending machine. This program lets users browse through a menu, select items, and make a purchase. It handles everything from checking stock to calculating change and even prints a receipt. It's a fun project that combines some useful programming concepts. I'll explain the whole program so by the end of this video you will have a clear idea of how it works. Now let's see the overview of this program. This program lets a user to interact with a virtual vending machine. The vending machine has three categories of items: snacks, drinks, and sweets, each with its own inventory, price, and quantity. The user can browse through the menu, make a selection, specify the quantity they want, and even pay for the items, receiving any change if necessary. There's also a receipt printed at the end, just like a real vending machine. We start by importing the time library. This library allows us to add small delays which make the program feel more realistic. For example, when the machine is dispensing an item, it shows a loading animation. To make the output look good and organized, I have defined a few functions to print the headings and menus. The first function used here is the print heading function. This function displays a heading with a blue color and centers it with equal sign. It's used for the title and make the program visually appealing. Then the second function used is the print category heading. This function prints smaller green headings for categories like snacks, drinks, and sweets. Then we have the display menu function. This is where the user can see all the items available in the vending machine. The items are grouped by the categories snacks, drinks, and sweets and displayed in a clear and colorful format. For each item, the code, name, price, and quantity are shown. This makes it easy for the user to decide what they want to buy. Now let's see how the user interacts with the program. First, they need to select an item. This is handled by the getUserSelection function I have used here. The user enters the code of the item they want to buy. The program checks if the code is valid and if the item is in stock. But if the code is invalid or the item is not in stock, the program shows an error message and asks the user to try again. Once the user selects a valid item, they ask how many units they want to buy. This is done through the getQuantity function used here. The program ensures that the quantity entered is within the available stock. Now let's come to the payment method. The user is prompted to pay for their selected item using the getPayment function. The total price is calculated by multiplying the item price by the quantity. The program checks if the user has paid enough. If the user did not pay the required amount, it reminds them how much more they need to pay. If the user overpays, the program calculates the change and returns it to the item. This is done by using the function of return leftover money function. Once the payment is complete, the program simulates dispensing the item with a fun little animation. It then displays a message telling the user to enjoy their purchase, while the inventory is updated by reducing the selected items. For example, if the user buys 2 packets of chips, the unit of chips in the inventory will decrease by 2. And this is done by the update quantity function used here. After the user has finished shopping, the program generates a receipt. This is done using the print receipt function. The receipt lists all the items the user bought, their quantities, the total price, the amount paid, and the change returned. It's a nice finishing touch to give the program a realistic feel. Then the program asks the user if they want to continue shopping. If the user says no, the program prints the receipt one last time and thanks them for using the vending machine. And if the user says yes, then the same cycle continues and the customer buys what they want more. Now, after seeing the program of the vending machine, what did we get? we got to know that the vending machine simulator is a simple project, but it covers a lot of important programming concepts like dictionaries, loops, conditionals, and functions. And then the program ends. Now let's give a look to the output. As we can see the output, the first thing it shows is the heading I used for my vending machine. Then it displays the menu showing all the categories of the items I have in my vending machine. You can see how it's differentiated with the code given to each item, the price of each item, and how much quantity is available for each item. Now let's buy something. Here, the machine first asks us to enter the code of the item I want to buy, and if the user does not want to buy anything, it gives an option to exit as well. If the user wants to continue, the user enters the code of the item they want to buy. For example, I want to buy the cookies here, so I'll put the code of the cookie, which is S7. As I entered the code, the machine asks us that how much quantity we want to buy of these cookies. Let's say we want to buy 2 of them. As we entered the amount of the quantity, the machine tells us the total amount of the items we bought and asks us to pay. As we bought 2 cookies, the total is of AED 7.5, so I'll pay 10 here. As I paid 10, you can see the machine dispensed the item and tells the amount returned as change as we overpaid. After dispensing the item, the machine asks if we want to continue shopping or no. Let's click yes and buy something. I also want the pretzels, so I'll put the code of pretzels, which is S2. Oh, the pretzels are out of stock. So see, the user shows us a message and asks us to buy something else. Okay, then I'll buy the energy drink here. Let's put the code of the energy drink, which is D4. As we entered the code of the energy drink, it again shows us the same thing it showed before. I just want one energy drink, so I'll enter the quantity 1. Now let's pay for the drink. So I'll pay 10 more as the drink costs AED 7.5. Now the machine dispensed the drink as well. Now you can see the machine asks again if we want to continue or no. Now I'm done shopping, so let's press no. Now see, the machine gave us a receipt in which it gives all the information of our purchase, which includes the items we bought, the total amount of the items, the amount paid for the items, and the change of the items as we overpaid. And at the end you can see the machine shows the returned leftover money amount as well. So this was the vending machine I made by using the Python coding. I hope you liked my vending machine. Thanks for watching.